this is Raina. Thank you for joining me on my crochet channel. In this video we will crochet the retro hat, and I call it retro hat because of the colors of the dots. All these different bright colors, they remind me of the 70s style, and it is easy to make. We start with the ribbed BRIM, working in rows, and then crochet in rounds using all these different colors and tapestry crochet technique. We'll make the rest of the hat, and this is how it looks on the wrong side. And of course you can add the pom-pom on the top of your hat when you're finished. And my hat here measures about 9.5 inches from side to side. And I would say about 8 inches from top to bottom. And I use Caron Simply Soft yarn for the hat. And my main color is off-white. The weight category of this yarn is medium size 4. It is 100% acrylic, and one ball has 315 yards, 170 grams. And you can make at least 2 hats with this one ball of main color, maybe even 3. And 6 colors for the dots. These are all also Caron Simply Soft yarns. So green, dark pink, blue, yellow, orange, and red. And my crochet hook is size 4.5 millimeters. And let's get started. And we start with the ribbed brim of the hat. It's made with back loop single crochet stitches, and make a slip knot, then chain 8. And the first row is just single crochets in. Start with a second chain from hook and single crochet in each. Four, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to work now in rows back and forth for the second row. Chain 1, turn, and now single crochet in back loops only. So this is the back loop. Instead of inserting hook under both loops, insert through back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last one, the 7th, I'm going to insert through both loops here, not just back. So that makes that edge here looking nicer. And repeat. Chain 1, turn. Here's the first stitch, and now do 6 single crochets in back loops. 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the last one, 7th. Again, insert hook through both loops. Chain 1, turn, repeat. Four, 5, 6, and the last one through both loops. So we have 4 rows made, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now make a total of 80 rows like this. I finished 80 rows, and now let's join the last row to the first row to finish the brim. And the most seamless way to do this, so position your piece this way as if starting a new row here, and then the first row next to it like this. Your working loop is here, so insert hook through it, and first I'm gonna insert hook through this space here, so not through the foundation chain but through the stitch here, and then also through the back loop of that last stitch on last row, and then make a slip stitch. And again, first insert hook through the space here. You see it's between these next 2 stitches, and then through back loop of that next stitch on the other side, yarn over and make a slip stitch. Next space here, and the back loop here, and slip stitch. And the last stitch. Now this is the wrong side, and let's see on the right side. Looks great. Now I'm going to turn the brim right side out. Here is my working loop, and I'm just gonna make a slip stitch here, and we can start now our first round. First round is going to be 80 single crochets, so chain 1, and then insert hook in the same space, make your first single crochet here. Next single crochet goes in this space here, next single crochet in here. So you're making 1 single crochet in end space of each row. That's how you get 80 single crochets. And make sure not to make these stitches tight, because on the next round we're going to start the crochet knit stitch. And my last stitch 80 goes here in this space. And from now on we are going to work in continuous rounds, so not ending or beginning the rounds, just keep stitching. And also now we're going to do the crochet knit stitch, which means we will insert hook between these two vertical loops of the stitch, not under the horizontal loops as usual. So here, and I'm going to insert stitch marker in this first stitch to keep track of my rounds. Now just make one stitch in each stitch around. Some of my stitches are still a bit tight, so I have to try to make them a bit bigger so it's easier to insert my hook. Finished the round. Here's the first stitch. I'm gonna remove the stitch marker for now to work that first stitch. And on this third round now we will also join the contrast color. So first thing, I'm gonna insert my hook and start the stitch here. But don't finish. I'm going to finish it with my green. This is my first contrast color. So make a slip knot. And insert hook through your main color stitches. And then through the slip knot you just made, and pull it through. Next, only one next stitch with that second color. That means I pull up a loop with that, but then already change back to my main color and finish the stitch with that. And I will insert my stitch marker back. I'm gonna put it here one row round below, so then I can work this stitch when I start the next round. Next 3 stitches are with my main color, and with this pattern I am not going to keep my second color yarn inside the stitches. I'm gonna let it be here. So make first stitch, and second, and then the third don't finish. We have to now change to the second color and finish, pull through the loops with that. Next stitch, start with the second color, pull up loop, then switch back to main color, pull through loops, and again 3 stitches with main color, and leave this second color yarn back here. One, 2, and 3. The third one again, switch to second color, finish with that. Next 1 stitch with second color, finish with main color. One, 2, and 3 again, and not to twist my yarns when changing them. I always change to second color, bring it back here for stitching under the first one, and then pull it through the loops. Then start the next stitch and changing back to main color. The second color stays here, first color through the loops. Now continue, and let's finish this round together. Did my last stitch with green, and now finish the round. Here's the last stitch. Next round is going to be only main color, so at this point we can cut off the green. And now when you make these stitches on the next round, you can keep these long loops, the green color loops, inside the stitches. This will make it look better. And now finishing up this round, I have 2 stitches left here. This is the first stitch. On the next round we're going to join next color, and the stitches will be here in this middle of the 3. And so let's finish this round with those last stitches here. And now here, this is the stitch that's going to be with my dark pink yarn. So that means when I'm done with this one above the green stitch, then the next stitch here I start, and I have to finish it now with my next color. So I already made a slip knot with my dark pink, so I will pull it through the loops, and you see how this next stitch is here above the middle of the 3. And as before, I start the stitch here with the next second color, but then finish it with main color because it's only one stitch, and then leave this back here and make 2 stitches, and the third again from under the main color yarn, switch to second color and 1 stitch, switch back to main. I did the last stitch with a dark pink, and I can now cut it off. And continue next round with my main color. And I finished this round. On the next round I'm going to join my third contrast color, blue, and this the first stitch is going to be here above the first color one, so in here. That means this is the first stitch. We will start the stitch with the main color but don't finish. I already made slip knot with my blue, so now pull this through the loops and start next stitch with that, and again switch back to main color. Now 3 stitches, and the third one, switch to second color, then switch back to main. Now finished with blue, and we'll cut off this. Then next round, all with main color. Finished this round. On the next rounds, I'm gonna join my 4th color, yellow. This is the first stitch, and the first yellow stitch will be here. So make 1, 2, 3. That third stitch we need to finish with a yellow. I made slip knot, pull it through the loops, then start the stitch and finish with main color, and repeat 3 stitches with main, third one, switch to yellow, then back to main. And now continue the same way. After yellow, I will add orange and then red, and then I will repeat all the colors one more time, starting with my green, ending with red. And I finished my last color red and made one more round with main color. And now make 9 more rounds with your main color. And I finished last round. So here I have now 10 rounds with main color. And the very last round we're going to make 2 single crochets together. So in the next 2 stitches, pull up loop, then also pull up loop in the next one, yarn over, pull through 3 loops, and again pull up loop in next, also pull up loop in next, pull through 3 loops. I did stitches all around. Now I'm ready to cut off the yarn, and I'm going to measure about 20 inches for the tail. So I can use it for stitching the top of the hat. And using my tapestry needle, I'm going to weave in this long tail through these last round stitches, just in and out, all around. And now pull it as tight as you can, but still leave a hole so you can insert your pom-pom through it. And I managed to make 2 knots on the elastic band and make a few more stitches around the hole to pull it as tight as I can to make sure the pom-pom is not gonna slip through here. And to finish, now we have to weave in all these colorful ends here. And here is my finished retro hat. I hope you have fun making your own. You will find the written pattern in video description box. You can click the link to it on my blog. Thank you so much for watching and happy crocheting!